Oh, hey, I remember you. You're that one game that, you know, looked good and then kind of pooped its pants. Hey guys, welcome to What Could Have Been, where we talk about games that looked very good and could have been good, but turned out to be poop cheeks. This game in particular was probably one of the biggest disappointments in games for me in a while. I consider myself a pretty big Bioshock fan. I just love the atmosphere, just the gameplay of it. It's so good at just enveloping you in the game, just like a big fat hug that you can't get yourself out of unless someone comes in and spooks you. Sorry son, can't come to your baseball game, I'm playing Bioshock. Sorry school, can't come to graduation, I'm playing Bioshock. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is this game was inspired by Bioshock. No one could argue that. I mean, the art style, the atmosphere, the theme of it, it just was very Bioshock. And you know, me being a little Bioshock baby boy, I'm like, ooh, hey, let me get on that shit. That's gonna be good. And then when I found out what the basic plot of the game was, my balls fell into my mouth. I was so excited. But in short, the basic plot of the game is that the world is run by a drug called Joy, which when you take the drug, it's a big hallucinogen and makes you see, feel, and hear everything that will make you happy. And it is basically a law that you take Joy, and if you don't take Joy, you are either killed or thrown into a shanty town to starve to death, basically. And then when you don't take your Joy, you see a really disturbing reality that, you know, that piñata, maybe it's just a dead rat that explodes and you eat his intestines. I don't know, maybe. Like, it was such an interesting concept. And then they went and just ruined it. They pooped all over it, smeared it all over the game. What did you do? The game starts off great. You start off like being a worker, it looks like in some office area, and you are redacting articles out of old newspapers of things that did happen. Basically, it looks like you're trying to cover up the past. And it's kind of weird that they give you the option to redact it or not redact it. It doesn't really affect anything. But I mean, that's something bad. I'm going to talk about the good for a little bit. But you end up stumbling across the article that is of you and your brother, and you have like an audible flashback where you hear your brother screaming for help. And what everyone would obviously assume is that this has something to do with the Joy, right? Like his brother probably died, or maybe his brother was captured or something like that because of the Joy. Boom, look at that, look at that. That is motivation right there. That's power. That's like, I'm gonna go beat them bitches who killed my brother. And then while you're getting that audible flashback, you get the choice to take the Joy pill or not. But I mean, it really doesn't matter if you take the Joy or not, because the same thing happens, but you know, whatever. But then your boss comes in and kind of introduces you that it's a really important thing that you take Joy, and if you don't take Joy, then something bad will happen. And then the next scene is where shit gets real.
There you are. You nearly missed the piñata. It's the most adorable Spanish custom. Uncle Jack did a whole show about it. You smash it until all the candy comes out.
The piñata's making a weird squishy sound. Piñatas don't do that. So right away, obviously, you're clicking in my head. Something's going on here. And then your boss tells you to hit it.
Come on, hit it. Hit it. Hit it.
Give it a whack!
Hit it! And then naturally, when you hit a piñata enough, it turns into a rat and explodes its intestines everywhere, and then everyone eats it. But no, that's when like there was a boom of, oh shit, the world I live in isn't what it seems like. Shit's real. Then there's like a little chase scene. They chase you down a hall and just to capture you, to give you the idea that, oh shit, if I don't take my Joy and see what's really going on, they don't like that. And then they had to go and ruin it. The game just went poop cheeks just right after that. Just boom, line of, oh, that was a pretty good introduction to the game, and then poop cheeks. Well, it turns out the game doesn't really ever tell you much of the story. It turns out it's just a survival game. And doesn't everyone just love survival games? I know I do. But let's be honest, it really takes a lot to make a survival game fun. And let me tell you, this one is not fun. And what I mean by taking a 180, the guys that are chasing you, that knock you out, their reasoning for walking away is them saying, I smell gas. What?
I'll fix you! You smelled gas?
Flaming Nora.
Forget him, there's no time.
Like, that's all that happened. It was never explained, and it's not like someone else, no one saved you. They just walk away because they smell gas. Then you lockpick your way into a vault that's like your little safe haven. And then after you do everything in the vault, you climb out the ladder and then open the vault. And I'm like, oh, we're finally gonna see the beautiful atmosphere, the world. And then it's the most disappointing, uninspired, boring atmosphere of any game I've ever seen. Okay, I might be going a little bit deep. It might not be as the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's pretty freaking bad. The houses are the same. Every single character's face looks the exact same. They're all wearing the same clothes. The grass looks the same. The fields look the same. Everything's the same except like a few little parts that just have to do with the main quests. Like before the game got its new update, it was so hard for me to just figure out where I was. Now it shows like a graphic where you need to head, but it used to not do that. And it was so hard to figure out where to go. Everything was just the exact same. All the buildings are the same. All the same color. All the people are the same. Their benches are the same. It's so stupid. Before everyone's like, oh, it's still an alpha. I mean, sure, the game did get a little bit better with the new update, but it's still very poop cheeks. The quests are pretty boring. There's not anything that's like really too different about them or entertaining about them, but they did a good job with like, you know, the crafting. Crafting gets pretty in-depth and immense, and you can make different clothes to fit in with different areas, and that part's not that bad. But a lot of quests are like running 5 minutes to the quest location, then you gotta go around, you have to find materials. It's really boring and RNG based. There's not really like a specific location for materials. You just kind of got to keep looting random spots and hopefully you find the right item. I mean, there's some missions that are okay. Some stealth missions are pretty decent. So here's what I think could have made the game fantastic. Arthur should have been the protagonist who denies the drug, who gets the motivation to try and like figure out what happened to his brother, and brought down the joy, or figured out the source of joy, or tried to find the people who made joy, tried to figure out what the hell's happening in this world. Because how it starts is it makes it seem like Arthur doesn't really know what's going on either. Like he's been brainwashed, he forgot everything. It would be great for the person playing the game because Arthur doesn't really know either. So we could figure out along the way. But I mean, the beginning, it just leaves with so many questions. What is joy? Why do we have to take joy? What the hell happened to my bro? Like this game should have ended up like Booker DeWitt in BioShock Infinite, where everyone is literally after him, and it seems like you're the only one who realizes what is wrong with the world. And for a while there, it seems like you are the only one, and maybe you'll find a few people along the way that are the same as you. And along the way, you find out that, like, oh, am I the only one that realizes this entire world is shit? Like the survival aspect of the game, sure. Keep that shit in there. That would go perfect with the game. Crafting new weapons, getting different clothes to fit in with the area that you're at so people don't chase you down and try and kill you. Building medical items, building traps, building like all different kinds of... That would work perfect with the semi-linear part of the game. And along the way, you might find a resistance, like a group of people that are trying to get together and try and shut down joy forever. Maybe that's where you find your brother. Maybe that's where you find out how to get your brother. Maybe you find out your brother's dead. I don't know. A resistance would be such a good part in this game because it would give you the tools you need. It would give you the strength and motivation that you need to push yourself towards shutting down joy for good. And like the doctor, I'm pretty sure that's who it is in the very beginning who gives that guy a shot to give him joy. He would be a fine antagonist, like the doctor who created joy itself, because he would have great motivation. He would have great reasoning. What if the reason he created joy is because the world was already in chaos? Everything was going to shit, and the only way to cause peace, to make sure everything was safe, is to give people a drug. There's many different ways to legitimize the reasonings for creating joy and why it's a thing. And then that just leaves you with a huge moral dilemma. Do I shut down joy and then make chaos happen because everyone will realize that the world they live in isn't what they actually think it is, and everything will go to shit and chaos? People will be killing each other on the streets. It would be great. It would be awesome. It's just a question of, would it be better to do that or just let the joy go on. It's such a great concept. Why did you ruin it? Like, just think of the possibilities. Hallucinations and drugs are such a huge part of this game. Imagine the plot twists. Just imagine not even knowing if the world that you're living in now or the world that you're seeing is the right one. There's so much you can do, you idiots. And after 2 years of early access, they released a trailer at E3, and it looks good. It looks good, but I don't know if I could trust them, because last time it looked good, but it wasn't. But this trailer looks like they're actually going to be focusing on the story more, so we can only hope. We can only just hold our balls tight and hope that they come out with something that will just redeem this game. Because that's what this game needs. It needs redemption. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you like this. Let me know in the comments below if you want some more. I'm probably going to do some more anyway, because I like doing this stuff. It's really fun, and I really enjoy it. But if you guys think there's a game out there that could have been fantastic and wasn't, just let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what they could have done with a different game. I would like to see what you guys think. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. God, they could have made this game so good. Okay, I love you. Bye.